Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Lexa Putri Nur Fadilah with student ID 2470009 from English Education Department of Universitas PGRI, Jombang. Today I would like to present a graph entitled Percentage of Households that own and rented homes in England and Wales during the period 1918 to 2011. This graph shows comparison between households that owned houses and those that rented houses over a long time period of time. Before discussing the details, I would like to explain the overall trend shown in this graph. Overall, the most noticeable trend is that home ownership increased significantly over time, while renting gradually decreased. This means that over the years, more people preferred owning homes rather than renting them. Now let's look at the early period of the graph. In 1918, most households rented their homes at around 78%, while only about 22% owned their homes. This shows that renting was much more common during the early years, although ownership slowly increased over the next few decades. Renting still remained the dominant category during this period. Moving to the middle periods, the differences between ownership and renting become smaller. A very important moment happened in 1971 when both ownership and renting reached the same percentage at 15%. This became a turning point in this graph because after this period, home ownership started becoming more dominant than renting. In this period, home ownership continued to rise and eventually reached its peak at around 70% in 2011. At the same time, renting dropped to its lowest point at around 30%. However, in 2011, there was a slight change in the trend because ownership decreased a little while renting increased slightly. Even so, ownership still remained higher than renting overall. To conclude, the graph clearly shows a long-term shift from renting to owning accommodation in England and Wales. At the beginning, most people rented their homes, but over time, home ownership became more common and dominant. Although there was a slight reversal at the end of the period, the overall trend still shows that ownership remains slightly higher than renting. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.